The morning sun rose softly over the quiet neighborhood, painting the streets in warm gold. But inside one cheerful-looking house, something heartbreaking was unfolding. Arthur stood at the doorway, his frail hands wrapped around two old suitcases, everything he owned, packed into memories he never thought he'd carry away. His son, Marcus, blocked the doorway, stiff as stone, and just behind him stood Serena, arms crossed, wearing the satisfied smile of someone who finally got her way. "It's time for you to leave, Father," Marcus muttered, though even he could hear the tremble in his voice. Arthur didn't answer. His silence said enough, a silence filled with hurt, the same silence that replaces love when pride takes over. And just like that, the man who had once built that home brick by brick stepped out of it with nothing but the echo of betrayal behind him as he walked down the driveway. Neighbors peeked through windows. Some whispered, some pretended not to see, but no one stepped forward. It was one of those moments when the world sees pain, but chooses to stay quiet, with nowhere else to go. Arthur wandered through the town park until the evening chill crept into his bones. His back ached, his breath turned shallow, but the cold wasn't the part that hurt the most. It was the fact that the boy he raised with patience, love, and sacrifice now saw him as a burden. Meanwhile, inside that same house, Marcus and Serena toasted their fresh start. Serena praised him for doing what she called the right thing. She'd always seen Arthur as dead weight, too old, too slow, too imperfect for her perfect little world. Marcus agreed, out loud. But deep inside, something uncomfortable began to whisper each night, "You did wrong." And life has a way of echoing truth. Within weeks, Marcus watched his business fall apart. Deals crumbled. Clients disappeared. Serena's affection dissolved into daily arguments. One night, she snapped, "Maybe you're cursed. Ever since your father left, everything's gone downhill." Her words struck him harder than she expected because deep down, he believed them. One stormy night, after another fight, Marcus jumped into his car and drove into the rain, the road blurring beneath the downpour. And that's when he saw him. An old man walking alone, drenched, weak, holding two worn suitcases. Marcus recognized instantly. He slammed the brakes. "Father," he whispered, stepping out into the rain. But before he could reach him, something unbelievable happened. The rain slowed, almost floating. The darkness around them began to glow. And in that soft golden light stood a man dressed in white peaceful, radiant, in a way that froze Marcus in awe. When he spoke, his voice felt like truth itself. "He turned away the love that raised you," he said gently. "The love that protected you long before you understood what protection meant." Marcus dropped to his knees. He didn't need an introduction. His heart already knew who stood before him. Jesus placed a hand on Arthur's shoulder, and warmth rushed through the old man's tired body. "Your love never failed," he told Arthur softly, "and love that endures always rises again." Then he looked at Marcus. "A home without kindness is just a house of dust. Go, rebuild what you broke." The light slowly faded, and the rain returned. Marcus reached for his father with trembling hands. "Please, forgive me," he cried. Arthur looked into his son's eyes he once saw take their very first breath. "A son may lose his way," he whispered, "but he can always find it again." Marcus brought him home immediately. Serena stood frozen as they entered. "This is my father," Marcus said firmly, "and this is his home. If you can't accept that, then I will leave with him." She didn't argue. Within days, she packed her things and was gone. And for the first time in years, Arthur and Marcus sat together at the dinner table, quiet, healing, grateful. Slowly, everything changed. Marcus' work recovered. Their home felt lighter. Arthur's laughter began to return in small, beautiful moments. Peace slipped back into the place where pride once lived. One evening, as golden sunlight poured through the windows, Marcus looked at his father and said softly, "I thought I was building a better life, but I was destroying the one that really mattered." Arthur placed his hand over his son's. "Today, you're building it right." And as the sun set, they both understood something powerful, that when love returns, it brings light with it. Light strong enough to turn any lost heart home again. If this story touched you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Pure Hub Kindness. Stories like this remind the world that forgiveness, compassion, and second chances still matter. Before you go, tell us in the comments, what lesson did this story teach you today?